मैं इसे शोहरत कहूँ या अपनी बदनामी कहूँ, मुझसे पहले उस गली में मेरे अफसाने गए. So you have spoken about me. I'm happy. In Hindi, it is touching 500 crores,
right.
And in all languages, it has gone. It is like 1600 के आसपास का चल रहा है अभी figure.
Right. I think that you are the one of the very few lucky ones जिसको पता चल गया कि कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को क्यों मारा.
Yeah. Right. Two parts of Bahubali were written like one complete feature film. So it was not done कि ये तो हमने part 1 बना ली है, so if it works then we'll make part 2. No, it was not like that. I watched the film and I was like, when the waterfall actually came, I was blown away.
Okay.
I could not believe that this is the kind of cinematic excellence that we have achieved. That iconic shot, you remember when the baby is in the hands, Amarendra Bahubali ko jeena hoga.
Right.
So when I was writing that dialogue, there was no baby, there was just a mineral water ka bottle in the hand. So, there was no Amarendra Bahubali. हाय फ्रेंड्स, मैं हूं मनोज मुंतशिर और आप देख रहे हैं बॉलीवुड हंगामा.
Well, we have with us a lyricist and a writer that a lot of people have been asking for, and personally I've spoken about him in many of our interviews, and we finally have with us Manoj Muntashir. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama for the first time. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं लग रहा है that we are having you for the first time because we have spoken about you in several of our interviews and I've known you for quite some time now. But still, since it's our first interview, so pleasure having you on board.
Thank you फरीदून. मैंने कहीं एक शेर सुना था बहुत पहले कि मैं इसे शोहरत कहूँ या अपनी बदनामी कहूँ, मुझसे पहले उस गली में मेरे अफसाने गए. So you have spoken about me. I'm happy.
Okay, now I think the biggest takeaway that as far as you are concerned right now is that you've written the lyrics as well as the dialogues of Baahubali 2 in terms of the dubbed version, and that film has become the biggest hits of all times. And even the fact is that the dialogues are perceptive. There's an element of they're not regular dialogues.
Yeah.
Be the romantic dialogues between Anushka Shetty and Prabhas, and even the Shakuni Mama dialogue between Nasir and Rana. All the dialogues somehow they're working very nicely, and people have loved it. Were you expecting something of this sort, response of this sort, and that the fact that the movie will become so huge in its own way?
For part 2, of course.
You're sure of it?
Yeah, very sure. Because in fact, all of us, even if you ask Rajamouli sir, that it is in Hindi it is touching 500 crores,
right.
And in all languages it has gone. It is like 1600 के आसपास का चल रहा है अभी figure.
Right.
So in fact, if you ask him, he will clearly tell you, yeah, I was expecting this. I mean, anything lesser or lower than this would not be welcome because we worked towards it. So in fact, I will tell you very clearly and very honestly, without any undue modesty, that I wanted that figure to come across.
Okay, when you were watching the movie, because I'm sure that they must have shown you the entire footage. So I think that you are one of the very few lucky ones जिसको पता चल गया कि कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को क्यों मारा.
Right.
Well in advance, but more than people. So what was your reaction when you saw especially the way the VFX have been used? Because the fact is that many people they use VFX, but the way this guy has imagined it, imagined that world in itself, that is beautiful.
So
that is beautiful.
We have to go back to the part 1 because I think that is where it all culminates from. First of all, the two parts of Bahubali were written like one complete feature film. So it was not done कि ये तो हमने part 1 बना ली है, so if it works then we'll make part 2. No, it was not like that. So I knew from the very beginning, 2015 I wrote for part 1, I believe. So from then I knew that why Kattapa killed Bahubali. Because
obviously.
Because to me it was like one story. And whereas as far as VFX is considered, it's a very funny story, Faridoon, I'll tell you.
Sure.
When I saw the film, part 1, so now part 1 मैं देख रहा हूँ and there is no waterfall, there is just green screen and there is a Scorpio standing on top of that green screen. एक side में Scorpio खड़ी हुई है. तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ यार, how will it look? I mean, what is it? Is it actually going to be a great film or something like that? I had no idea because I had watched the entire film without VFX. So to me it was, I was a little skeptical that, I mean, okay, it's just another South Indian film. None of them have worked in Hindi, so this may also be another one in the list. When I saw the film in theater, because there was no preview for Hindi audiences, or there was no premiere for Hindi for part 1.
Okay.
So directly I had to buy a ticket and go to PVR and watch the film. I watched the film and I was like, when the waterfall actually came, I was blown away.
Okay.
I could not believe that this is the kind of cinematic excellence that we have achieved. And I'll remember one more thing. That iconic shot, you remember when the baby is in the hands, Amarendra Baahubali ko jeena hoga.
Right.
So when I was writing that dialogue, there was no baby, there was just a mineral water ka bottle in the hand. So the lady is raising her hands and saying, Amarendra Baahubali ko jeena hoga. So I was writing for a Bisleri bottle. So there was no Amarendra Baahubali. So when all that actually happened, and I was as amused as a normal cinegoer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.